Hello, it's me again. Something very special here. A cardboard box! No. A brand new, beautiful ukulele. I bought this as a birthday present for my niece. Now, a lot of you have been complaining to me that your ukulele isn't staying in tune because they slip out of tune a little bit when they're new. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks on how you can make that a lot better. Now, this ukulele is very much out of tune. Now, that's my ukulele over there. Now you can hear that slowly going out of tune after you've put it into tune. You know what's happening there when you've got a new ukulele? I'll show you. Now first of all, the strings do stretch a little bit, and also when you get a new ukulele, someone's just tied the knot there and the knot there at the top, and those knots need to just tighten up a little bit before your ukulele will stay in tune. They just sort of, as they tighten, they let the strings go a little bit, so your ukulele goes out of tune. So what we need to do is we need to give the strings a bit of a tug, not too hard because you don't want to break your ukulele. Give your strings a bit of a tug, and the knot up there and all the little spirally things around there, the knot down there and all the spirally things down there, they'll all tighten up. And now you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear that that's a lot lower than it was. So I'll just go. See, that was a good full 3 or 4 turns that I had to put on there before it went back into tune. Give that another tug and another tug. You'll probably have to do that quite a bit with your ukulele before it'll stay in tune properly. Now, something else that happens with ukuleles is, do you see these little machine heads here? Now this is a very good ukulele because these are machine heads on here, and you might be able to see there's a little screw in the centre there, and sometimes for your ukulele to stay in tune that just needs to be just a little bit tighter than when they do it in the factory. And this one's all very nicely done. Some of you might have a different type of ukulele with what they call friction pegs. Now, has anybody got a friction peg ukulele out there that I can demonstrate on? Let's put this one down. There we go. Oh, thank you very much. Now that's a very nice ukulele. Now this one you can see the pegs go all the way through, and they've got a little screw end on the end here, and you just put the screwdriver in there, tighten that up, make sure that's very good and tight, and then that will stay in tune as well. Thank you very much for that. That's a very nice ukulele, by the way. That's what they call a banjo ukulele. George Formby used to play one of these. Now, where was I? Now, to make your ukulele easier to play, as opposed to just staying in tune, now you can see here the amount of a gap between the fretboard, which is this bit of the ukulele here, and the strings. Now, on some cheaper ukuleles, you might find that the gap between the strings and the fretboard is very big. What you can do is you can take the strings off. You see this bridge here? That's what we call the bridge on a ukulele. Normally that's a piece of plastic. You can take that piece of plastic out of the piece of wood and you can get a bit of sandpaper. You can sandpaper that down a little bit, and that might make your ukulele just a little bit easier to play. Now, the other end where it gets a little bit tricky is up here at what they call the nut end. And sometimes, though not on this one, this is very well set up, that nut will be a little bit high as well. So you might get maybe a little bit of a coping saw blade, or maybe a little file or something, and make that just a smidgen deeper as well. And those are my tips for making your ukulele stay in tune and be easier to play.